Hello, welcome to Gabriel Knight Sins of the Father's 20th Anniversary Edition remake. I am Kyosho. This game actually came out in 1993, the original version. It's one of my favorite games, if not the favorite game of all time for me. So let's go ahead and get going. This is not a blind Let's Play. I've played the original a million times. I've just never played this remake. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I'm gonna click through these. It's the credits to the game. I don't know why they put it at the beginning of the game. They did that with the original game too. I have no idea. It's just a really long thing, so I'm gonna skip that. Day 1. I dreamt of blood upon the shore, of eyes that spoke of sin. The lake was smooth and deep and black as was her scented skin. I know that bit by heart. I don't even have to read it. That's how big of a fan I am of this series. And that is Grace. Going into St. George's Books. Gabriel's bookstore. Grace is his assistant, I guess. She runs the bookstore, really.
Mm-hmm. I bet. Just a minute. It lives, I see. Do you want to speak with Lolita? I'm sorry, but Gabriel's allowed. I mean, he's out. You know, you could do better. I know I don't know you, but you could do better. Bye-bye. Good morning. You look like hell. Did you have another nightmare last night?
Yes, because having nightmares is what I do, apparently. 7th damn night in a row.
I told you, it's that voodoo book you're researching. That stuff can seriously screw with your karma.
Unfortunately, I don't think my readers would go for a horror novel about fluffy bunny rabbits. So voodoo it is.
You mean your reader? She lives in Wisconsin, doesn't she?
Bite me.
Hey, what goes on in your bed stays in your bed as far as I'm concerned. I have messages for you when you want them.
Alright. Oh. We don't need any tutorials. Okay. So. This game takes place in New Orleans. Or Nolans, as they say. And, takes place in 1993. Very specifically takes place in 93, so there's no cell phones, there's no internet, really. I mean, I guess the start of it was around then, but whatever. So yeah, he owns this rare, quote-unquote, rare bookstore in New Orleans, and he's a writer, and yeah, okay, anyways, let's just start going. By the way, I just found this out, that you can hold in spacebar and see all the interactable items. That is crazy. Because these old school games were always like, you're just running your mouse over the screen trying to interact with everything possible. Now there's a way to see what's there. That's kind of cool. Let's look at the chandelier.
The chandelier is original. Gabriel finds it charming.
So yeah.
All right. He can't afford to replace it.
So, this game does not have any of the original voice actors. The original game had Tim Curry as the voice of Gabriel. Even though he was doing a New Orleans accent, he sounded really, it was kind of a really bad accent, but he was such a good voice actor that it made up for it. Grace was done by Leah Remini, which she's super famous now, as far as being on TV shows and things. She's a comedic actor. Mosley, which we'll meet later, was voiced by Mark Hamill. Dr. John was voiced by Michael Dorn. So it had an all-star cast. Unfortunately, this remake couldn't get that cast back, but I think they're pretty good. So let's get going. I'm rambling too much. Let's have a look at the newspaper.
Today's newspaper is on the counter. Times dated June 18th, 1993. The Aquarius horoscope says, potential storms ahead. Proceed with caution and do not get involved with anything new at this time.
Right.
Achievement. Okay. Every time that bling, 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 it means you got a point. There's points in this game. Basically, if you get a full score, you know you've seen everything in the game. It's a holdover from really old adventure games. It's not a big deal. I don't know if I've ever gotten a perfect score, even though I've played the original game a million times. Probably like 4 or 5 times. I don't know.
Times dated June 18th.
No. Okay, so I guess I'll read this myself.
Right.
Voodoo murders terrify residents. 6 murders in 2 months have pushed the residents of New Orleans into a cold state of fear. The crimes have been dubbed the Voodoo murders due to the ritual trappings found at the crime scenes. The police have no leads, but they said in a press statement today that the victims are all out-of-towners. That's cold comfort for natives who have been locking their doors at night and leaving the once rollicking streets of the French Quarter deserted. The mayor has promised a swift resolution to the case, but so far neither the NOPD nor the perpetrators seem to be listening. So yeah, Friday, June 18th, 1993. Yeah. Okay. The Voodoo Murders. What do we got in the box?
The box has Gabriel's name on it, written in his grandmother's handwriting. Gabriel's father's old sketchbook sits on the top.
Right. But yeah, so this Let's Play, I'm going to be constantly comparing this to the original and stuff. So if you want to see a blind Let's Play, I suggest you go watch someone else's, but I won't be spoiling things. Even though I know what's going to happen, I'm not going to spoil it. So, anyways. Is there anything else in there?
I can go through the rest of that stuff some other time.
Alright. So, what do we got? The I button, okay.
Gabriel looks fondly at his father's sketchbook and charcoal pencil.
Wait, okay, do I do this to open it? Magnifying, yeah, okay.
Images haunt the pages of Philip Knight's sketchbook, the way they must have haunted his mind. The images touch a deep chord in Gabriel. So familiar are they that he finds it hard to believe they aren't from his own subconscious.
Those are pretty, creepy. Alright, books.
The books on the table have been chosen for their special appeal. Recent fiction by the biggies. In other words, nothing written by Gabriel.
Right.
Gabriel can't take that.
You can't take the books? Okay, fine. How about some coffee?
Blessed caffeine.
Yeah. How about some? No, you already drank a mug, but also I love that the mug and the coffee pot are basically the same size, even though it's supposed to look like a full-size
Good coffee.
maker. Did they have single mug coffee makers back then? I'm just mocking the lack of perspective on the sizes. Oh well. Anyways, I know we need to talk to Grace about a bunch of stuff, but I'm just gonna look around, grab some items. In the original game, they weren't. This cabinet didn't exist. They were all on the counter. Gloves.
My spare motorcycle gloves.
Oh, I can just use this. Wow. Keychains.
Those keychains were for a promo I tried once, before I realized it was hopeless. Gracie's resume. She was way overqualified. And also the only person who applied.
Yeah.
I practically own stock in these guys.
Mardi Gras beads.
You can't take 2 steps down Bourbon Street without ending up with a strand of beads.
Right. Rabbit's foot.
Not so lucky for the rabbit, was it?
What's this picture? There's a picture and I can't click it now.
Mind if I borrow the magnifying glass?
No, Sherlock. Just bring it back when we get the next estate shipment.
Who's this little dude? Is it a vampire?
I forget where that came from, but seems like a nice place to visit.
Self-help.
Just a few self-help books. That one on top was a joke gift from Mosley.
Oh, I can't see it from here. I sit kind of far from my screen. What does that say? Oh, fear of commitment. Okay. Let's see. Well, this thing is glaring at me. I might as well take it.
I'm going to take the tweezers for a bit.
Good. You're beginning to look a bit scruffy.
Mask.
Someone left those here after Mardi Gras. Local interest piece on the store. It didn't garner the sympathy sales I was hoping for.
Well, that's unfortunate. Are those matches? I don't know. Garter? What?
Someone left those here after Mardi Gras.
Oh, okay.
That's from Graham. She likes to think it means someone's watching over me. I'm not so sure about that, but I don't have a heart to get rid of it.
Oh, a dragon.
I always had a thing for St. George, the one who slew a dragon. Yeah, it's probably bigger than this little guy, though.
Oh, his books.
The Blake Backlash series. My literary claim to fame, such as it is.
Yeah. Okay, I think we're done here. I like having that, even though it's kind of cheating. It feels like cheating anyway. This is...
Three snakes in a skull.
Yeah.
Gabriel's father painted it.
What a wacky offbeat kind of guy Daddy was.
Yeah. Friends of the family, what do I say? Alright, let's look at the...
Cute gargoyle, eh?
And for the hell of this... Wow. Balcony.
Gabriel plans to turn the balcony into a schmaltzy cafe if he ever gets the cash. The balcony floor needs work and is unsafe.
Let's see. Okay, look at these books. Can't look at those books? What? Huh. That's weird.
The windows of St. George's Books overlook Bourbon Street. Grace's coat is a simple but classic trench coat. Gabriel hates people with good taste.
Oh, I don't want to use the coat rack. No. Stay here.
Dramatic, isn't it? Gabriel didn't eat for 3 weeks after splurging on that coat. He has a thing for black
A
leather.
black leather trench coat. It's just... It's gotta be super expensive. World of Snakes.
It's a book about the world.
Oh, yeah, I got that part.
Hey, that's interesting. Snakes can sense their prey by vibration.
Did you know that medieval legends about dragons and giant worms are actually based on snakes? You know, dragons, devils, sea monsters. They've always been associated with snakes.
Grace, get alive.
So, I know that this means... I think it means New Orleans, Louisiana? That's my guess. Wait, is New Orleans in... Yeah. God. Can you tell I've never been there?
A book of German poetry that once belonged to Gabriel's grandfather. Gabriel has always found it strangely compelling.
Very pretty blue book.
Drei Drachen kriegen in meinen Schlaf, die Seele wühlen sie, lebendig zum Fraß. Feurigen Atems, gespaltener Zunge, genießen sie jedes Mal.
That's nice. Kinda creepy, though. Who's the author?
Heinz Ritter. I'm not sure what it says, but I get the feeling this guy was one sick puppy.
Bling, 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 bling.
Gabriel leafs through a German-English dictionary.
Reise means a journey. I wonder if I'll ever use this stuff.
Gabriel leafs through a German-English dictionary.
Drachen means dragons. I wonder if Mosley would know he was being insulted if I called him Drachen Breath.
So, interesting thing, I was just noticing the voice acting there. The guy who plays Gabriel in this remake was actually a fan of the game. And that's how he ended up getting cast. It's pretty cool, actually, to me.
Gabriel leafs through a
Himmel means heaven. Huh.
Himmel. So wait, in Blood Moon, the thing that said Himmel host, does it mean heaven? Host of heaven? Interesting. Sorry. I just remembered something from my Blood Moon Let's Play from a long time ago.
Gabriel leafs through a German-English dictionary.
Spiel means game. Interesting.
Gabriel leafs...
Himmel means heaven.
Yeah, where's dry?
Gabriel leafs through a German-English dictionary.
Reise means...
No, we need dry.
Gabriel...
Himmel means...
No.
Gabriel...
Mittag means midday. Noon.
Okay.
Gabriel leafs...
Reise means...
No.
Gabriel leafs...
Dry means 3.
There we go. Now, if I were to... Wait, not this. I don't know if this will do anything or not.
Drei Drachen kriegen in my...
Yeah. We heard that one.
Feurigen Atems. Gespalt.
Yeah. Okay, well, dry Draken, so that means 3 dragon. 3 dragons. That's important. It's an important fact. Ladder.
The ladder provides access to the uppermost shelves of the bookcase.
If you try to look down my shirt one more time, I'm leaving.
Just trying to refresh my memory.
I know what you're trying to refresh, and it isn't your memory. Get down.
He didn't even get up. Okay. Welcome, Matt.
The welcome mat is well worn. Unfortunately, that's only because Gabriel picked it up second-hand, not because of the stampede of customers. There could be a secret passage under the doormat, but we didn't have time.
Let's see. Let's have a look at the desk.
The old desk is one Gabriel picked up near a dumpster. Not too shabby, huh? Well, okay, maybe it is.
I have a feeling I'm gonna fall back on this crutch the entire game of pushing this. And that's unfortunate. Like, the first game I played that did that a lot. I guess the Baldur's Gate games and stuff did, but I didn't know it at the time. But, Dragon Age Origins, I was always constantly hitting the button to see if there are things I can interact with. Wait, did I look at the gargoyle?
Cute gargoyle, eh?
Can I talk to it?
Life is too short to talk to ugly statues.
You never know it by the women you date.
Oh, Grace.
The gargoyle has no function but sheer ugliness. Not unlike... Oh, never mind. Gabriel looks at the cash register, checking for cobwebs. Gabriel opens the cash register to examine the take, or in the case of St. George's books, the mistake.
Wait a minute. Were those... Did the 10s and 5s look like that back then? I know we got the ones with like the different color, the pink on them now, but I mean... Is that what they looked like? Not sure.
It's a $20 gift certificate left over from yet another dismal failure of a promotion.
I guess that it probably is. I don't know.
I trust you can live without this old gift certificate.
Knock yourself out.
Okay. How about some money? Take the money. What's that? Oh.
The cash register contains about $20 in small bills and change.
Take it.
Gabriel, that's all the change I have. Touch it and you can kiss your hand goodbye.
Would I do that to you?
You know, I'm not a huge fan of Grace's voice actor. It's not that she's a bad actress. I just feel like she doesn't quite do the things that Leah Remini did. Leah, whatever. Just like Leah Remini was more snarky, but a fun snarky, and this girl is... I guess she is too, but it's so different. Whereas Gabriel, even though he sounds a little different, he's got the right feel to him, but Grace doesn't, in my opinion. Eh, well.
Grace keeps her art supplies here. Gabriel wouldn't dare touch Grace's oil paints.
Okay. Oh yeah, I haven't looked at myself yet, have I? I guess I can't. What the hell? Huh. Move out of the way. Go over there. Oh cool, if I double click he warps. Alright, let's wait. Is there anything else? Phone.
Gabriel would rather use the phone in his studio.
Alright. What else we got? Lamp?
Grace likes a little banker's lamp. She has the soul of an accountant.
Ashtray.
It's an ashtray.
Okay. Sorry about all this examining things, but that's kind of how these old games work. Like, if I hadn't gone into the bookshelf and played around there, I wouldn't know the solution to a puzzle later. Let's look at Grace.
Don't mind if I do.
Do what?
Oh, nothing. Like I haven't tried.
Okay.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Whoa, where's my mouse cursor? Oh, there it is. Guess the game was loading. Messages.
Do you have messages for me?
Your friend Detective Mosley called. Talkative, isn't he?
Especially with you. What did he want?
He told me to tell you that his mother's maiden name is Humphrey, and that he left some photos for you at the station, at the front desk.
It's about time.
Let me guess. This has to do with the voodoo murders, right? Some kind of inside police information? Did you tell him you'd put him in your new book?
Maybe. A writer has a certain obligation to his readers, you know.
Gabriel, you know you'll never put him in your book. Your main character's a female orthodontist. You're gonna be reincarnated as a pit bull if you keep screwing with your karma.
As long as it's a male pit bull with a really big...
That's enough. Thanks.
Do you have messages for me?
You got a call from someone named Wolfgang Ritter. He was calling from Germany. He told me it was urgent. Maybe you should give him a call.
Call Germany? Like hell. If it's really important, he'll call back.
Well, fine. Let's just hope he's not with the German lottery for pitiful American authors.
Calling Germany in 1993 would be super expensive.
Do you have...
Your grandmother called.
I keep meaning to get over there. What did she say? Did she sound good?
She sounded great. We had a nice little chat about you.
Grace.
Don't worry, I didn't go into detail about your cardinal sins. Not that anything about you could surprise her. She adores you anyway.
She's my girl.
And she sent over that box on the table for you.
The one I got the journal from, right? Okay. Voodoo research.
Did you find any good voodoo resources for me?
The best in the city are supposedly the Dixieland Drugstore and the Historical Museum of Voodoo. Both are right here in the French Quarter.
How would I ever manage without you?
You? Give me a break. The devil himself couldn't change you.
Well, if the devil had great legs, perhaps. Like yours.
And a riveting personality, I'm sure. If you need any more research done, just ask. It's not as though we're swamped with customers.
So Grace is a student at a local university, and she can do research there at their library, and they even have probably a computer database of some sort. I'm not sure, but yeah. So that's... I know that from reading the books. The first two games had novelizations done by Jane Jensen, so yeah. Anyways, voodoo.
What do you know about voodoo?
I didn't know much of anything about it until you started researching it for your book. Now I know that it's active in the city. There's that shop and museum. It can clearly be dangerous in the wrong hands. You should be careful investigating it.
What do you know about voodoo?
I've told you all I know. Sorry I can't be more help.
Yep. Nolans.
What can you tell me about Nolans?
I've only been here 2 months, but I love it. It's so much more alive than any place I've been. It feels like anything's possible here.
What else can you tell me about Nolans?
You're the native. Don't ask me.
Tell me about yourself, Grace.
What do you want to know?
How come we haven't gone out yet?
I'm still waiting around for that lobotomy. As soon as I get it, I'll let you know, okay?
How do you like working at St. George's Books?
Well, it's not exactly a huge intellectual challenge, although the math in your record books could confuse Einstein. Still, I love old books, and it's a nice way to pay the bills while I explore the city for a summer. If you ever pay me, that is.
What do you do after work?
I either go to my oil painting class or my Tai Chi. You know that.
You can go overboard with this improving yourself stuff. You don't want to alienate us mere mortals.
Oh, I suppose I should just allow my mind and body to atrophy.
Works for me. How old are you?
Old enough to know about men like you.
Just tell me anything at all.
Just tell me anything at all.
I just got my master's in history and classics. My folks wanted me to go on right away for my PhD, but 18 years of school was enough. I needed a break.
Just tell me anything at all.
I came to New Orleans because I'd read so much about it. I thought spending a few months here would clear my head.
Wait, so did she say she's not in school right now? Huh. I could have sworn that's... anyways, it doesn't matter.
Just tell me anything at all.
I've been studying Tai Chi for 10 years. It's a very spiritual discipline. I'm sure discipline of any sort isn't something that would appeal to you, Gabriel.
Nothing, I guess. Never mind.
Alright, chat.
So, what's new, Grace?
Your use of mathematics, for one thing. These books are unbelievable.
What can I say? I refuse to be bound by rules.
The strap marks on your bedpost speak otherwise.
Done anything interesting lately?
By your definition, no. I prefer it that way.
Okay. Alright, so we're gonna do the bedroom here. This is where Gabriel lives. He lives in the back of his bookstore. And holy crap, there's a lot to look at here. So, my dog wants to go out, so I will stop this recording for right now, and we will be back for you instantly. Goodbye.